Now let's talk about the Scrum Master role. What does it mean to be a Scrum Master, and what are the key responsibilities and expectations of you as a Scrum Master? The Scrum Master is responsible for facilitating the Scrum or Agile process and ensuring that the team is actually delivering value that meets or hopefully exceeds the product owner expectation. So we really call them the process facilitator. Now this is a little bit different. I know what you're probably thinking, well, isn't this like a project manager like we used to have before that would manage all of our tasks and tell us what to do and give us the estimates and make sure that we are getting the tasks done? No, quite different actually. A process facilitator is someone who their main goal is to facilitate a healthy process, to watch the team dynamic, to bring people together, to make sure that the really important meetings and sessions and collaboration that need to happen are actually happening, that the basic rules are really being followed. An example of that is our daily stand-up can only be 15 minutes. So if it's going for an hour, then something's wrong with the process. If people are canceling out of the demo or not having a sprint review or deciding, oh, we don't need to have this retrospective, it's just always the same, nothing really gets shared that's important, so let's just cancel the retrospective, then the process is beginning to deteriorate. You're beginning to what we call revert back to form again. So this is what we mean by facilitating a healthy process, making sure that when we say we're going to get something done this specific way, that we really are. They are also helping to build these self-organizing teams. The goal of the Scrum Master is not to dictate, not to tell the team what to do or how to get it done. It is to create high-performing, self-organizing teams. And again, we just talked a little bit ago in that leadership triangle that a self-organizing team does not mean that it's a self-leading team. It doesn't mean that there's no leadership. There is leadership. But within the boundaries that the team has, the team self-organizes around how they will get the work done. And they manage their task and they figure out, can you help me with this? Can I help you with that? Maybe we need to pair together on this. I've thought about a new solution, team. Can we come together and talk about this? Or, hey, I'm stuck. Can someone come over? They're not waiting for the next instruction from the boss. The Scrum Master removes impediments. This is one of the most critical parts of your role if you are the Scrum Master. You are listening for impediments every day. You are watching to see, is this team stuck? Is someone stuck and not able to move forward with their task? What is impeding them? What is slowing them down? What is not allowing them to reach their goal? Let me even watch for team dynamic type impediments. Maybe there are specific personalities on the team that are causing so much conflict that the team is not able to actually perform. Maybe the product owner is not engaging at all, and that's causing us an impediment because the team has no direction. So escalating impediments when needed, reaching out and finding someone to help remove them. An aggressive Scrum Master will really not just be, will not accept the status quo, which is, well, that's just how our company works today. We just don't get a server until 4 months after the project starts, and I guess that's just the way that it is. That's more status quo type thinking. You'll need to break out of that and think about what can you do today to help this team with the server that they actually need. I had a really creative Scrum Master one time that said that they really wanted their team to have a team room area where they could sit together. Well, unfortunately for them, the company, was just starting with Agile and almost every team room was already booked, conference rooms. He creatively found a little small storage room, a supply room. It wasn't too small, actually. It was just the right size. No one ever reserved it. Asked if he could clean it out a little bit. Lighting was great and began to reserve that, put up the team wall and made it happen. And one of the things he mentioned to me is he said, I just didn't want to take no for an answer that there were no rooms. I thought creatively about how can I help this team, because this was an impediment for them that they had no place to meet. So that's an excellent example of removing impediments and being creative about it. Also, empowering the team through servant leadership. We have an entire module just focused on servant leadership in this library, and I hope that you do watch it. It's one of the most transformative ideas on how do you lead teams differently. But servant leadership really means that you are not commanding and controlling, you are not directing, you are not telling people how to get work done. You are there to empower them and bring out the best in them and help them grow. So more about servant leadership later. Another aspect of the role of the Scrum Master is really creating visible information radiators. What that means is that when you walk into the team room or when you come into an area, you should see right there on the walls the status of what they're doing, how they're going, what are their team norms, where are they at right now in terms of their tasks and deliverables. Everything is very visible in front of the team, and we will talk about why it's important to have visible information radiators as opposed to only online information radiators. And of course, there's pros and cons to both. Another aspect of the Scrum role is protecting the team from outside disturbances. So typically, and I'm sure you have experienced this before, managers like to multitask individuals, move them from one team to another, shift the resources, tell you this person's not available. That's the kind of things that the Scrum Master is going to be watching for. How can I keep this team stable, focused on the goal, without outside distractions and disruptions from various people that want them to work on something else? So that's the quick overview of a Scrum Master role. I hope you understand enough about how to play that role and the different aspects. Of course, as we go through the rest of the topics, we'll talk a lot more about it.